Okay, what goodies do I have today? Granny grating, and then EVA foam, which is always handy. And then we've got some of these leprechaun milk bottles, or the technical name is Yakult drink bottles. A shampoo bottle, which you've got to make sure is empty. Oh yep, some deodorant caps, 2 of them. Oh, another bottle, which is always handy if you stuff up the first one. And some plastic spoons. And a Christmas bauble. If you don't have one of them, do the ping pong technique I did in the other video. Link will be in description. Let's start scratching this build. Let's start with this bauble. It's designed to hang off a tree, I guess, so I just need to snip the hanging bit off gently. There we go. And then using the other half's nail file, I'll just sand that down so there's no nasty corners. And because it's nice and shiny, that means it's going to be really bad for gluing stuff to. So I'm going to have to sand all the outside and the inside. For those of you just stumbling over this channel, my name is Aaron and I like to make stuff out of junk and model kits. And today on the bench is a very easy spaceship build which will hopefully inspire 1 or 2 of you to enter this hobby. These are the leprechaun milk bottles. They're actually a yogurt drink, good for your gut apparently. Now the makers have been sneaky and embossed their name on the plastic, so we need to do a little corrective surgery. So grab your cutting mat so you're not putting cuts into your dining room table and incurring the wrath from the other half. And we'll also need some EVA craft foam. Very thin is this sheet, so I'm just going to chop that down into strips. Before gluing anything, I need to measure the length I need, and now that is what the other half said on our first date, if I remember correctly. Now I have the EVA foam cut to length, I can glue it down using super glue. And I've been asked many times, where do I get my glue from? And I simply get it from anywhere. My preference though is thicker glue, as I have a tendency to glue my fingers together using the runnier glue. Now, the foam not only covers the maker's logo, it will also act as a better bonding point when we stick it to the shampoo bottle. Those silver things are called 1, 2, 3 blocks. They come in very handy when you're wishing you had an extra 2 arms to place all the items correctly. And once you're happy with the position of your bottles, it's time to commit and glue those down. And I think my rocket is slightly wonky, so while the glue is still setting, I've just enough time to coax it into a better position. There we go, just oops, there, just there. Lovely. This is baking powder. Your mum will probably have some in the back of the cupboard. It's used to make cakes, but we all know no one bakes anymore, so that baking powder is probably vintage right now. Now we use it in scratch building to strengthen joins. Sprinkle a little over your super glue and that bond will never break, a bit like Mickey and Minnie Mouse. You'll also notice I've a different shaped bottle of super glue. One is thick, this one is thinner to get into the joins better. And disregard everything I said about how I don't like using runny super glue. Another trick on how to take off the shiny surface on plastic is to use a flame. It's very dangerous and the fumes are toxic, so open windows and wear a mask. Don't forget the plastic will get super hot in seconds, so just a brief flame over the plastic will do. I really don't fancy bringing you grapes in the hospital. I'm going to use these lids to hide the date stamps on the leprechaun milk bottles, so using more craft foam I'm going to glue the lid onto that. And why are you doing that, I didn't hear you say? Well, once the foam is on the lid, it means I have a bigger contact point for the lid to glue onto. As you can see, I covered the shampoo base with craft foam so I could get another rocket engine onto it. I just need to cut it down. And this is where you've got to be extremely careful, because that is a sharp hobby knife. And if you can't do it, get an adult to do it. Again, I used more craft foam, which you can buy in big packs for under €10. So here's a little foam on foam action. Now it's on to the Christmas baubles, using more foam and blue tack to hold it because I have chunky monkey fingers and find some things I can't hold properly. Blue tack or sticky tack is the stuff you use to nick off the classroom wall as you were leaving the classroom to flick at people on the school bus on the way home. No? Just me then. Anyway, I've stuck the Christmas baubles either side of the shampoo bottle. And because I don't trust my gluing skills, I break out the baking powder just to reinforce the glue points. I can already hear people cracking their knuckles ready to fire off a snide comment about the spoons. Just hold on 1 minute, my armchair warrior. Didn't I mention that this was a basic shampoo scratch build to give the viewers ideas on how to have a go themselves with everyday items they have possibly in their own homes? Why, yes, I did. Like I keep saying, this build isn't all bells and whistles, industrial, light and magic perfect. I know that, and the normal viewers know that as well. I'm not a professional by any standards. I'm just showing you how I scratch build and have fun doing it. So, before sending that snide comment, think, because you might not like my reply. And after that public service announcement, it's code word time. This is where I drop a code word, so if you're going to leave a comment, put this code word in the comments so I know who watched and who didn't watch. Now, 80% of you do watch. The other 20% must be TikTok fans. And the code word for this build is Goofy. Please also like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you. While I was rambling, I used some of the craft foam offcuts to make panels and glued them onto the bottle. Pokey ear sticks, or cotton buds as they're commonly known, are a nice cheap greebly to use. Just cut off both sides with the cotton on it to make pipes, or curved pipes, or pipes on other pipes. Oh, you get the idea. Wooden beads, you buy these in the craft stores in great big bags and they last for ages. These make great robot arms or legs. Now I'm looking to use mine as some sort of connector to the pokey ear stick. I need to connect the spoons together as they're looking a little lost at the moment, so 2 small beads either side and a larger bead in the middle onto the pokey stick might just do it. Now you could add these beads onto your ship if you so wish. I have some more smaller little pieces of craft foam that I'm just going to cut down into strange shapes. Well, not that strange, but into, you know, rather than it just being a rectangle or something, and then glue them onto the ship. Now, cardboard is the cheapest material you can have. I use cereal boxes, Amazon boxes. Mine are from a model kit, so it's pretty thin, and the thinner the better for making panels you need to slightly bend. Don't use paper as it dries it crinkles, a bit like your granddad's forehead, you know, with the crinkle. Anyway, let's move on. I'm going to cut down some shapes and then add those onto my spaceship. Here's another little tip. Glue the rough side of the cardboard onto the spaceship, as the shiny side can peel off. Obviously, not everyone will have a broken keyboard laying around their house, but the keys make great greeblies to add to any build. And don't be breaking your keyboards, otherwise you won't be able to like, subscribe and comment on this video. Do it after you've done all that. I stuck a few of the keys onto the spaceship and then found these washers. Now these washers probably in your garage or in your shed or wherever you keep your sort of stuff. These washers I bought from Amazon. I think all this box came to about €5. So they're handy to have just to make portals or windows or stuff like that. Solder is also very useful to make pipes in a smaller scale. Now I'm going to use mine just to make the engines look more engine-like and more important. If you don't have that, you could also have some garden wire that you could use easily for pipes. It's nice and bendable. I'm going to combine the two just to make some sort of coil. These are small plastic beads that I use as clamps on my build, so it looks like the wire is clamped onto the ship. You can also use cardboard, that's nice and bendable. Now you can find these beads again in the craft store. They come in a great big packet for less than €5. Just using my hobby knife, I'll just cut them into half. And then with my chunky monkey fingers obscuring everything, I will add them to the either side of the wire just to give it some sort of clamp down look. I add the solder wire to the engines. This is usually where I use the other half's nail gems, but I found these at the back of one of my cupboards, so I'll just use some on this ship. Before we do any painting, we need to seal this EVA foam and cardboard on, so we need to do a mix of PVA glue and some water. So I always grab the cheapest PVA glue that's going and just add that with some water. Give it a stir and then slap it on that spaceship. That will seal everything in. So then you know that once you start painting, nothing is going to peel off. While all that dries, let me tell you about this. This is just normal craft paper that I buy from IKEA of all places. It's under €10. Comes in a big roll like this. This is exactly what this is. And I just use that so that I'm not getting my big cutting mat all gooped up with paint and stuff like that. So that's why I use that. I also use a little bit of plastic just so I can doink some paint onto it, and I'm going to use silver for this, and we're going to use a sponge technique. So you need to rummage around the other half's makeup bag and find a sponge. Now I did this technique for the last basic spaceship that I made, and you see that there, that's a little chip. Don't worry about that, that'll get covered up with paint. It used to worry me when I first started off, but I know I can paint over all that sort of stuff. So dab the paint and then just take the excess off and then just start dabbing. It doesn't matter if you're going to leave black marks anywhere, because it all adds the character to the spaceship. Just get everything on that spaceship, if that makes sense. A little top tip as well, I'm wearing one glove, I should be wearing two because I'm going to have silver fingers after all this, but don't worry, that's a little cross I'll bear just for this build. As you can see, I'm just dabbing the silver on the spaceship and it's looking pretty good. You can still see some of the black primer showing through, which is what we want. Now I'm going to add a little colour. I'm going to use some blue, which is going to be bright once I put it down, but with a wash that we will apply later on, it'll be okay. Cheap as chips paintbrushes that you can buy from the craft. Oh dear. Oh, something leaked. Oh well. Yeah, cheap as chip paintbrushes. Just use it and just start dabbing on the paint. Now I'm going to leave some of the silver edges on these panels, and you'll see in the close-up now what I meant by just leaving some of the edges with the silver showing through, so it looks like it's worn with getting hit by space debris and asteroids. I don't know, I've never been into space, but this is the cheapest way you can do the chipping effect for panels. And this is why we use a very cheap paintbrush, because the bristles will get damaged once you've done all this. I'm going to paint the exhaust ports as well, in the same chipping effect, just starting in the middle and then working my way out, just leaving some of that black primer showing. Now I'm going to use some red just for select areas, which will be the beads at the front and the wires on the engines, and then it's time for the wash. How to make homemade wash: 1 part acrylic, 1 part water, and a smidge of rinse aid, which helps the wash run into all those gaps and crevices. Definitely wear gloves for this bit and have paper towels handy to wipe away the excess. And congratulations, you've just made your own scratch-built spaceship. For those of you who do, and I hope some will try, send me pictures. My email address is in the description. Subscriber shoutouts are next for those who left comments. Then it's the glamour shots. So all that's left for me to say is, my name is Aaron, and you've been watching Terrain by Aaron. Keep scratching that build, everybody. Thanks for watching.